Okay, so let's continue to the next topic, break and continue keywords. So we have seen already the break keyword used in switch case. So it will mostly to break the switch. I mean, it will break the case and it will exit from the switch. So the break keyword is used mostly for two purposes. So to exit, mostly to exit from a loop or to skip the remaining from the switch structure. Mostly it will always, I mean, to exit from the switch, you can say it will exit from the switch, right? So by skipping the remaining cases, by skipping the remaining cases. So that's all the break here. So break is a keyword. The second keyword we'll use here, continue keyword. So continue, you know, right? In English, continue, right? Whatever happened, let's continue. So you mean it is skipping, you will skip the following remaining statements or remaining things, so you can continue to the next word. So continue keyword used in mostly in loop statements, right? So it skips the remaining statements in the loop and proceeds with the next iteration of the loop. Means it will, the following statement of the continue will be skipped. The following statement of the continue statement or continue keyword will be skipped and it will go to the next iteration. Here iteration nothing but next step, I mean next a loop, next cycle of the loop. Here we'll demonstrate with the help of simple examples here, right? So let's go to the simple example using for loop or while or do while. You can use it any one of the loop. Here we demonstrate the differences between break and continue with the help of for loop. So let's show you the help of, already we have this program here for loop. To minimize this one, I just declare it inside it. So instead of printing, I will just print the value of I here. Right. So let's run the program at least 5 times here. So I equal to 1 less than 5, yes, I plus plus. And when I say I is less than 5, true. True means it will go print the value of I 1, right? So it will go up to 1 to 5. It will print up to 1 to 5 here. Let's see this one here, right? 1 2 3 4 5 equal to 1 2 3 4 5. Now let's see here, when I say break here, when I want to demonstrate the break, right? So break keyword. So here when I say here, if I is equal to I equal to 3, and I will say break, if using the break. So during the execution of the body here, you can see here, okay, one, okay, carefully. I equal to 1, I less than or equal to 5, I plus plus. Now it is the same for loop. We have condition, if condition here. If I will become 3, it will break. I mean, once I say break, it will exit from the loop. In which loop this if is be defined in for loop, right? So it will exit from the loop. It will control directly come from here, right? Here you can say here system dot out dot println. I say here break, and what is the value of I here? Let's see here. I will show you. I will print the value of I here. So showing I, there is an error because you need to declare this one here on the top. Control C, wide errors. I will see later. Okay. So when you have outside, you must write here for loop, right? So here, um, just look carefully here. Let's see the flow, how the program is executing. Now initially I equal to 1, right? Initial value 1 less than 5, true. True, right? Now this is the body. This is the body of the loop. Right. Now I check 1, initially I equal to 1. Why 1 equal to 3? False. False means this will not execute because it's simple if. Okay, it is like this simple statement, right? Like here, this is the statement here. Okay, simple. If one break it, you can use braces or not because only one statement. You can use this one, right? So this is an optional here. So you no need to have brackets here. So like this, I equal to 1 here, 1 not equal to 3. This will not execute. This will print this one. I equal to 1. It will print here. Not this one, right? This one, close it. So it will print I equal to 1. Then after printing this one, it will again change the value of I here. Because this is the body, end of the body here. After finishing this one, change the value, update the value of I will become I plus plus. It will become 2, right? Now after changing the value, again it will check the condition. 2 less than 5, true. True means it will execute the body here. Again in the body, first one is condition here. If condition 2 is equal to 3, no, and this will not execute. So it will execute I equal to 2. It will print I equal to 2, right? Then again it will change the value of I will become 3. 3 less than or equal to 5, true. True, it will check. 3 equal to 3, true. This is true. This it will break. It will break means it will directly come here. It will remove, it will not execute the remaining statement directly. It will come outside the loop. Now it will print break I value. It will break when I become 3. When I, so what does it mean? I will break the value of, break the loop when I become 3. So let's run the program. Say first 1 and 2 it will print, then it will break at 3. Because I am using the keyword break, it will break the value of 3. Okay, that's the break here, 3. So it will exit from the loop. It will exit from the loop forcefully. So instead of break, I'll use continue. Instead of break, it will continue. Now here, the same keyword, it will go with 1. First it will print 1, then print 2, then I will become 3. When is 3, it is 3 here, continue, it will not, it will skip. This will not print. When I say continue, the control following statement of continue will be skip. Will be skip. The control goes to the next value, next iteration, next value, next cycle here. So it will become 4 here directly. It will not execute this one. Means the value of I equal to 3 will not be executed. It will go to the next value. Like I will become 4, 4 less than 5, true. Then 4 is not equal to 3, no. Then it will print 4. Then I will become 5, 5 less than 5, true. 5 equal to 3, no. This will execute this one. Then I will become 6, 6 less than 5, fast. This whole thing will go, then it will become here 6. So answer is 1, 2, 4, 5, this value, right? See, 1, 2, 3 is not available. Can you see 3 is not there, right? Because if I, when I encounter 3, it is continue. It will not count. It will not print this statement because it's a continue, right? It is similarly, you can see here, when I want to count the number of pass students and fail student in the course, right? So when I want to just count the passed student, right? Those who pass the course. So I will check student 1, they pass or fail. When I say pass, I will count. Okay, 1. Next student, pass 2, count 2. Pass, next one is fail. I will not count. I will go to the next. I will skip that one. I will skip that guy. Means I will skip that part. I will not count. I will check another one. 4, 5, then skip, then like this. So for such cases we use it. So if you want to skip some statement based on the conditions, then we'll use the keyword continue, right? Hope you understand the differences between break and continue keyword. So which is very important here. Mostly used to skip some statement, right? And break is used to exit from the statement, right? So this is one thing here. This is what you can say using the same thing, right? You can just look the example here. When I use I equal to 3, it will go up to 1 and 2, then it will break, exit. Now here I equal to 3, continue, it will print 1, 2, it will skip the third print value of 3 and print the remaining 4 and 5 up to the end of the loop. See the difference with the help of example here. So right, that's the thing here. There's a simple program to demonstrate the difference between break and continue, right? So that's the end of the chapter here. That's the end of the chapter. Theoretically, with the help of demonstration program demonstration, that's the chapter here. right? So we have some the remaining part is we have some exercises, so we have to do the exercises, right? So I will do some few exercises, then we'll go to the task, right? So I just explain the exercises, I will not do anything. This is your task, you have to do by yourself, right? I just explain these exercises and you just know what will be the output of this one, right? So but I can just simply write it simply here. While here I can say count equal to 5, and while minus minus count, when I say minus minus count, now it's become 4. 4 greater than 0, true. Then we'll print count, right? What is the value of count? 4. 4, it will print 4. The next line, it will not go next line. I can see here there is no braces. You see there is no braces. If there is no braces, only the first line will count in the body here. First line the count in the body. You can see here only one line in one statement in the while loop here. So it will print count. What is the value of count? It is 4 arba, because minus minus, right? Now again it will come to the condition minus before 4. Now it will become 3. 3 greater than 0, true. Now it will print count again. So first is 4, then 3. The next 2. 2 greater than 0, true. Then 1. 1 greater than 0 again. 0 greater than 0 first. Means 4, 3, 2, 1 is the answer. Right? 4, 3, 2, 1 is the answer. Right? Let me show you this with help of example for you. So exercises, right? See exercises. And these are the kind of example you can be asked in final exam or lab assessments, right? So here I'm taking while I well, count is given, right? Count is less than 0, right? So minus minus count. Initially the count value is int, sorry, int count equal to 5, isn't it? Count equal to 5 and system dot out dot print. You should be very careful when you see printing here. System dot out dot print here, not println, print. Okay, print count. Then you say this, in some space between each number. Then they have since it's not given, see this is not given here, so this is the only one line. So this line is system dot out dot println. It's empty, it's print just a line, empty line here. It will not do anything, just it will print the new line, right? So that's one thing here, count and value here 5. So what I answered here, 5 initially I count equal to 5, minus minus count means it pre-decrement, so it is decrease the value of 5, it will become 4. 4 less than 0, 2, right? So this is print the value of 4 minus, I mean here, right? Is it less than or greater than? Greater than, sorry, not less than, sorry here. 4 less than 0, I thought minus, right? Yeah, so 4 is greater than 0, true, right? So it will print 4, right, without any new line, because it's just print, not ln, right? So print 4 and space, then it will come to the same loop again. There's no updation inside the loop. You see how they write it here. Now it will become 3. 3 greater than 0, true. Then print 3 space 4 and 3 answer, right? The next 2. 2 greater than 0, true. Then 1 greater than 0, yes. So answer is 4, 3, 2, 1. Then 0. 0 greater than 0, false. This false means this will not execute. It will come directly here. Print. It will print new line. This is just for simple just line here. There's no way, it's not doing anything. This is nothing, empty, right? So let's run the program. You see 4, 3, 2, 1 is the output. Hope you understand. This is way how we can do the program, right? So that's the thing here. First exercise, you have to write the program, you have to understand the logic, how you are executing this one, right? So there are many programs we have. We can do this one, and you can practice all these things by yourself. So this will be added to you, okay? So after I explain this one, you can do the remaining. You can do the remaining by your by your own, I mean, if you have any questions, you can send me a message or mail it, okay? So that will be easy for you, right?